lights just went out. Oh, they just went back on. But anyway, y'all, this is left side of the brain. It's a thunderstorm taking place. As you see, the lights just went out. Then they came right back on as soon as I started to record, man. So y'all tell me the science behind that. Maybe that's a deeper meaning. I'll leave that up to y'all, you know what I'm saying? But check this out. I was just thinking, right? Oh man, it's funny too, like the computers they got back here in the pharmacy, when the power went out and then it came back on. You know how the computers, they be making noises like the fax machine and everything. What's the science behind that? You know what I'm saying? To me, it reminds me of a person being resurrected from the dead. When these machines, you know, when it's thundering, and then the machine will come back on and it'll be beeping. Like you hear the machines beeping. Listen. Like a hospital, like something flatline. Y'all hear that? It's almost like the computer died and it's flatline and you gotta reprogram it. And you push the buttons just like if somebody choked or something. And then you take them to the hospital and they'll be like, oh, the person is flatline. This person is DOA, dead on arrival. And then you gotta resuscitate the person, pump on their chest till they start back breathing. It's the same way, like when the lights go out and the computers come back on, someone has to go in and start punching the code and reset everything. To me, that's the same as when people, to me it's the same because you're dealing with a program, and most of these HPBs, they no different than a fax machine. You see what I'm saying? They just set on a program and you just punch in numbers and things and then it does what it do. But that's not the subject of this video. What I want to talk about is, and I'm in a Walgreens. What I want to talk about is, I want to talk about being around people, and I only got like 16% on my phone. What's the science behind that? Being around people is demonic. It's witchcraft. Notice when you're around a bunch of people, you can feel that you are combating, or you can feel that you are in spiritual warfare. When you're around crowds of people, you never feel at peace. You get what I'm saying? That's demonic. Think about it. That's demonic. Why is it that when you are around a lot of people, that's when all of those feelings, like if you got low self-esteem, low confidence, if you got anxiety, all of those things, they start to surface when you're around a bunch of people. And that lets me know that if all of those things start to surface when you're around people, that's for a reason. Because those people, they the very ones who initiate all of those negative feelings that you have. And when you're by yourself, you feel at peace. So what that tells me is that people, being around large amounts of people, is just like witchcraft. Because not only that, it's also a form of idolatry. Peep this. Why I say it's a form of idolatry? Because think about an idol. Think about an idol. What do you have to do in a religion? You have to appease the god. If you worship idols, you have to leave gifts at the statue. Baskets of fruit, water, wine. Now think about people. When you're around a group of people, it's like you constantly having to appease them. You're walking around on eggshells. Is that not like worshiping and appeasing? Is that not a form of idolatry? Think about it. So when you're around a lot of people, because they have judgments about you, it makes you Even when I'm around people and I gotta walk around quietly, that's a form of idolatry, whether you want to admit it or not, because you're doing things to not set someone off or to appease someone. Like if you got a roommate and they go to sleep and they got to be at work. Say they work first shift and they got to go to work at like 5 o'clock. At a certain time, you're gonna have to turn your music down. You gotta appease to them. That's idolatry. I know somebody will say, well, that's just being courteous. No, that's looking at it from a shallow lens. But when you look at it deeply, from an HPB perspective, like we say, you got to look at everything through your HPB lens. When you look at it from an HPB lens, it's a form of idolatry, especially when it's a person that you don't connect with. Think about it. Especially when it's a person that you don't connect with. It's really idolatry then. That's why I've had roommates before in my life, but that's not something that I like to do. I got to stay by myself because I don't like appeasing people. You feel what I'm saying? Because you end up losing yourself. You sacrificing who you are to not get on somebody's nerves. You know what I'm saying? And most of these people, you try not to get on their nerves, they be people that have like irrational. They follow and live by irrational concepts. So when a person lives by irrational, emotional concepts, that's being fickle. So little fickle things will get on their nerves. See, deep thinkers, it takes a lot to get on a person who's a deep thinker. It takes a lot to get on the nerves of somebody like me. But these fickle-minded people, any little thing will cause an argument or some kind of fighting because they emotional, irrational, illogical. So they not operating on a higher level. You get what I'm saying? And when you around them, you worshiping Baal because they materialistic. And it's like everything they be on that materialistic BS. You know what I'm saying? So I can't deal with them. Yeah, so what was I saying? Okay, I'm about to leave up out of here. Anyway, I would tell y'all why, but it ain't even worth it. But yeah, and I'm gonna look back at this like a year from now and probably replay this and say, I'll remember why, but I'm not gonna say it because it's not even worth it. But it was a run-in with one of them HP, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's still raining out here. Woo! It's pouring down, y'all. Yeah, man. Cause really though, I'm gonna be honest, when you come outside during the day, it's only 3 things. Make money, handle business, and I guess meet females. I mean, other than that, it's really nothing going on out here, man. Like when people come outside, when you see people outside and they walking about, they outside based upon them 3 things. They go into the store. Everything is it revolves around commerce. And even though the word mercy is within commerce, it's no mercy within the commercial system. It's not about mercy. It's either you have the money to spend in the commerce or you don't. That's what this thing boils down to. Other than that, when you just out around people, you got to go through the formalities. Formalities, it's a form of worship. It's a ritual. Just being out and around people It's a ritual within itself. And you learn the religion of life. Like a child is very blunt. It'll tell you what's on his mind. So when someone say they are atheists, no, you're not. There's no such thing as an atheist. Because if you live in this world, you worship other people. That's a form of idolatry. You practicing rituals when you get around people. You walk in a certain way. You doing certain body gestures. Even when you wave at somebody like that, that's appeasing to God. Hey, how you doing? Or you walk past somebody, you flash a smile. You're not saying no, you just flash a smile. That's appeasing to God. Hey, how you? Hi. Why you saying hey? Why you say hey to them? Because you're appeasing the feelings in that person, because you want them to accept you or respect you or not to lash out at you. It comes from a place of appeasement. However you want to slice it, dice it, or chop it down. It's coming from a place of appeasement. You're worshiping and appeasing the gods. That's why I prefer to be by myself. I know that sounds selfish, but it is what it is. I'd rather spend more time with the real God instead of waving at people I don't even know and hey, hello, and all of that crazy stuff. Half of the time, you and me both know that person don't give a F you, see what about you, and likewise, you don't really give, about them. But y'all, I'm gonna end this video right here because my battery is at 5%. Like I told y'all, it was at 16%. So we're gonna end it, we're gonna cut it short. And this is left side of the brain. Jaguars up, HPB's down. I wish I could have went a little longer. But y'all leave a recommendation in the comment section below and tell me what y'all want me to talk about next. It's thundering, so I'm speaking louder. This is left side of the, almost said HPB. This is left side of the brain signing out. Jaguars up, HPB's down.